As you likely know, dog IDs come in multiple faceplate colors: slate, graphite, and rose gold. They also come in 3 sizes. The 13mm size fits collars that are 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch wide. The 19mm size fits collars that are 1 inch wide, and the 25mm fits collars that are 1 1/4 inch or 1 1/2 inch wide. When they arrive, you'll notice that the 13mm and the 25mm sizes come with 2 straps. For the 13mm, the smaller strap is for 1/2 inch wide collars. The larger strap is for 3/4 inch wide collars. For the 25mm, the smaller strap fits 1 1/4 inch wide collars, and the larger strap fits 1 1/2 inch wide collars. If you're not quite sure how wide your collar is, simply grab a ruler and take a quick measurement. And if needed, swapping out the ID from strap to strap is super simple. As you can see, a pen or a pencil can help feed it through the ID. Okay, let's get this ID securely mounted on your collar. If you're using a traditional flat buckle collar, attaching it is, well, pretty obvious. If, however, you're using a quick release collar, you may need a tad bit more patience, but just a tad. To start, pinch one end like this. This will keep the ID from popping off the strap as you stretch it over the end of the buckle like this. Then remove your finger from the other side of the strap and stretch it over the buckle like this. Then you can simply position your ID in your favorite spot and give yourself a nice hearty slap on the back. Now, to keep your ID looking shiny and new, we encourage you to position the ID away from the metal D-ring. This will keep it from getting unnecessarily banged up by the D-ring or a leash buckle. With the flat buckle collar, simply slide the ID to the opposite side like this. With the quick release collar, simply attach the ID to this side, not this side. If you're using the greatest collar in the world, which is of course our very own Dog ID Rock Solid collar, then it will come pre-attached and elegantly installed in this custom protected chamber. Now, if you're looking at this incredible collar and saying to yourself, "So, why don't I have one of these amazing collars?" Well, then simply head over to dogid.com and score one today. If you already own the Dog ID, you can simply buy the collar and install your existing ID by using the quick release instructions that we already discussed. The Dog ID is extremely versatile and will attach to just about any collar or harness. The one exception, however, is a martingale collar or a closed loop collar like this, as there's no end or opening to slide the ID onto. Okay, that's about it. But before you run off, I want to remind you of 3 things. 1, the engraving on your Dog ID is guaranteed for life. That's right, for life. And 2, every purchase you make with Dog ID is backed by our "you don't love it, you don't pay for" a guarantee. And 3, if you need anything, we're super easy to get in touch with, and we'll do whatever it takes to make sure you are 100% satisfied. And lastly, if this is your first purchase, then I'm excited to welcome you to the Dog ID family and trust that your new ID will not only deliver peace of mind, but will also help you and your furry companion pursue more adventure.